One Day at a Time, the beloved 1975 TV series, holds a special place in the hearts of many. While you may be familiar with the show's premise and its impact on American television, have you ever wondered if there are any lesser-known facts or anecdotes about this classic series that fascinate you? Or perhaps you have a favorite character or role that stands out among the many in the show. As we delve into the world of One Day at a Time, we invite you to share your most cherished memories and personal experiences related to this iconic TV series. We would love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. Now, let's uncover some intriguing details about the show. Bonnie Franklin, who later shot to fame as Anne Romano on the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time, had a noteworthy journey to stardom. Before her role on One Day at a Time, she was a recurring character, Jean, in the 1960s TV show Gidget. In one episode of Gidget, she co-starred with future Oscar winners Sally Field and Barbara Hershey, along with Oscar winner Richard Dreyfuss. They were all playing teenaged friends. Bonnie Franklin's performance in the Broadway show Applause earned her a Tony nomination and caught the eye of Norman Lear, leading to her prominent role as Anne Romano. This intriguing background sets the stage for her role as the head of the Romano family, making One Day at a Time a memorable series from 1975. Bonnie Franklin's career also included interesting dynamics, as she played the mother of Mackenzie Phillips and Valerie Bertinelli on the show. Surprisingly, Bonnie Franklin was only 15 years older than Mackenzie Phillips and 16 years older than Valerie Bertinelli. However, it's established early in the show that Anne married very young, which adds depth to the storyline and provides a unique twist on the family dynamics within the series. The journey of Bonnie Franklin from Gidget to One Day at a Time and the intriguing age dynamics in the show offer a glimpse into the background and complexity of this 1975 TV series. Ginny Wrobliki, a character in the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time, had an interesting journey of her own. She was played by two different actresses during the show's run. In one of the filmed pilots, Norman Lear and Tandem Productions alumnus Marcia Rod portrayed her. However, she was eventually removed from the pilot as it was deemed that her presence drew attention away from Bonnie Franklin. Later, during the 1976 to 1977 season, the character was brought back and portrayed by Mary Louise Wilson to fill the void left by the departure of Richard Masur. But Ginny Wrobliki vanished again at the end of the season, reportedly due to conflicts between Wilson and Bonnie Franklin. This character's casting and removal offer a glimpse into the behind-the-scenes dynamics of the show. One Day at a Time, the 1975 TV series, had its share of interesting behind-the-scenes facts. One notable aspect is that Pat Harrington was the only actor from the show to win an Emmy, receiving the honor for his portrayal of Schneider. Another intriguing detail is that the show was originally conceived as a star vehicle for Whitney Blake and her daughter Meredith Baxter. It was based on Blake's real-life experiences raising her daughter. However, the show's development had a long journey, and it was eventually purchased by Norman Lear in 1974. Unfortunately for Blake and Baxter, they were deemed too old to play the parts they had envisioned, leading to disappointment. Additionally, after season 9, CBS wanted to renew the series for 2 more years, but Bonnie Franklin, who played Anne Romano, decided that 9 seasons were sufficient. These insights shed light on the show's history and its impact on the people involved. The premise for the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time was inspired by actress, writer, and single mom Whitney Blake. This show, which had a notable impact on television history, took inspiration from Blake's own experiences as a single mother. One of her children, Meredith Baxter, also had a successful career in television, eventually starring as a sitcom mom on Family Ties. The show's concept and its connection to real-life experiences added depth to the storyline, making it relatable to many viewers. One Day at a Time remains a significant part of television history, showcasing the impact of real-life inspiration on entertainment. One interesting fact about the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time is that there were plans to spin off the character Schneider onto his own show after the series ended. In the final episode, Corey Feldman played Schneider's nephew. It's worth noting that Corey Feldman and Mackenzie Phillips, both recovering child stars, became close in later years through their shared experiences and involvement in Hollywood's Alcoholics and Narcotics Anonymous communities. Valerie Bertinelli, another cast member, also dabbled in drugs during that period, although it never escalated to the extent it did for Corey and Mackenzie. Additionally, Glenn Scarpelli, who was not dealing with substance abuse but was in the closet about his sexuality, found support within the Hollywood community, and he, too, developed a close connection with Mackenzie during that time. This behind-the-scenes insight sheds light on the cast's personal struggles and connections, adding depth to the show's history. 1. Ginny Wrobliki eventually left the series without a trace or any explanation. Apparently, Bonnie Franklin felt upstaged by Mary Louise Wilson, causing critical rivalry between the two actresses. In the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time, an intriguing behind-the-scenes drama unfolded. Ginny Wrobliki, a character in the show, was portrayed by two different actresses during its run. However, the character mysteriously disappeared without any explanation. The reason behind this abrupt departure was reportedly a rivalry between Bonnie Franklin, who played the lead role of Anne Romano, and Mary Louise Wilson, who took over the role of Ginny. The tension between the two actresses led to Ginny Wrobliki vanishing from the series, leaving fans curious, and the show forever marked by this backstage conflict. Valerie Bertinelli and Mackenzie Phillips had a complex relationship during the first season of the 1975 TV series One Day at a Time. Bertinelli claims that Phillips was initially very mean to her, which Phillips later attributed to jealousy and ego. However, as time passed, the two actresses became close. Bertinelli remained one of the few people in Hollywood who supported Phillips when her shocking tell-all autobiography revealing incidents of incest and sexual abuse was published. Their evolving friendship in the midst of personal challenges adds a layer of depth to the history of the show. In 1975, the TV series One Day at a Time graced the small screen, leaving a lasting impact on television history. This show was inspired by Whitney Blake, an actress, writer, and single mom who drew from her own experiences as a single mother. The connection to real-life experiences added depth to the storyline, making it relatable to many viewers. One interesting fact about the series is that plans were made to spin off the character Schneider into his own show after the series ended. In the final episode, Corey Feldman played Schneider's nephew. It's worth noting that Corey Feldman and Mackenzie Phillips, both recovering child stars, became close in later years through their shared experiences and involvement in Hollywood's Alcoholics and Narcotics Anonymous communities. Valerie Bertinelli, another cast member, also had her struggles during that period. This behind-the-scenes insight sheds light on the cast's personal challenges and connections, adding depth to the show's history. As we draw the curtains on our journey through the beloved TV series, One Day at a Time, we invite you to take a moment and reflect on the profound impact it may have had on your life. This show, which graced our screens for years, became more than just a series. It became a companion, a mirror reflecting the joys, struggles, and triumphs of everyday life. One Day at a Time touched our hearts with its authentic portrayal of a multi-generational, close-knit family navigating the complexities of life. It reminded us that, like the characters, we too face our own set of challenges, forge enduring bonds, and cherish the moments that make life beautiful. Now, we'd like to hear from you. What are your fondest memories of the series? How did it resonate with your own life experiences? Did it inspire you, make you laugh, or bring a tear to your eye? Share your thoughts and reflections with us, and let's celebrate the enduring magic of One Day at a Time together. Thank you for joining us on this sentimental journey down memory lane. Your time and interest are truly appreciated. Let's keep the spirit of One Day at a Time alive, for it's the stories we share that keep the magic of the series burning bright. With warm regards,